everybody, Ralston Twinson back here, and I have another wonderful video for you guys that I've been dying to make. I actually had this in the works way before Zetsubunushima came out, and then even after Gorod Krovi came out, I finally have time to sit down, edit this wonderful video for you. And as you know by the title, it's talking about the Apothicons are the Keepers. But where did this come from? What's this information on about? And what's the origin story behind these Apothicons? Well, let me read you two critical ciphers that make this very obvious in Gorod Krovi that were found. The first cipher reads,
"In the beginning, there were only the Keeper, but then corruption of the dark ether leached its way into the realm and twisted the minds of some Keepers. These Keepers turned to the shadows of their former selves and eventually became the Apothicons."
Next is an excerpt from the Chronorium. Now this is very interesting because I'll do a whole separate video covering the Chronorium. I have so many theories and videos to catch up on now after my vacation. It's going to be wonderful to see all the thoughts we're going to have on these videos, but let's get into it.
Once the Great War ended, with the defeat of the Apothicons, the Keepers ascended to become the wards of all universes. The surviving Apothicons were cast out and banished to the dark ether beneath creation. After eons of exile in the dark ether, the Apothicons evolved into twisted creatures that now bear little resemblance to their Keeper brethren. The Apothicons' ceaseless desire to re-enter creation to consume and corrupt all the universe. It is the Keepers that guard against these perpetual attempts to re-enter creation, and guard against any beings that may have fallen under the influence of the Apothicons.
Now I'd like to return to a Der Eisendrock cipher, citing the idea of how the Keepers travel between dimensions. The cipher reads,
"We've discovered there are beings that can travel between dimensions without the aid of a teleporter."
Then we come back to Gorod Krovi, and yet another cipher explains, from the Chronorium,
"To allow quick travel between dimensions, the Keepers created the transference device, which is powered by the ether. The Keepers have placed structures throughout the realms."
So, this explains how the Apothicons travel from place to place. They understand how this works because they're using old Keeper technology. The Chronorium seems to be this endless knowledgeable source of information that really tells us what's been going on since the creation of existence of our zombie universe. Dr. Bonnie is somehow involved, and now we know the Keepers are the wards, the guardians of the universe. It wasn't confirmed before this cipher. Before we had our ideas, it was pretty obvious what was going on. But then we even had the ideas of corruption. It is hotly debated in Zetsubunushima whether those are corrupted Keepers or not, or if they're stopping you from getting the head of Nansapui. That could speak volumes about what's truly going on in these areas. Are we helping or hurting? Are we corrupting the universe, or are we destroying the Apothicons? Now, the whole goal of the Apothicons is to destroy the universe. They are corrupted by the dark ether, which plays into this idea of heaven and hell for the good ether and the dark ether. What could this mean? And Monty being this omnipotent being, that's all lovely information for you guys to debate in the comments down below and with your friends. But I wanted to present to you who are the Apothicons and their backstory. In summary, the Apothicons were once Keepers that warred against other Keepers. As time went on, the Apothicons fell to the Keepers and they were banished into the universe. They fell victim to the dark ether, which corrupted them to look as the way they do now. They used to look like Keepers, but they don't any longer. So, what are Apothicons? Well, you can see the Shadow Man, for one, is an Apothicon. And we have the Overlords, which would make us believe they would be the Keeper equivalent of maybe Monty that would be in control, or maybe the Ancients that the Keepers are also referred to and their leaders. The Apothicons only know destruction at this point due to their corruption and their hatred for the Keepers as they try and destroy all the worlds that we know. The Keepers are the only thing that stands between them and destruction. Somehow, our Primus group, our Origins group, wielding the Staffs of Power, save them from the great battle, which will once again happen in our game. Which of the Apothicon servants, I see what I did there, do you think looks the creepiest? Do you think it's the giant meatball elemental furies that walk around that just look like horrible faces? That's my vote. Do you think it's the Margwas, maybe the parasites? Or even do you think the Shadow Man himself looks crazy with all their influences from the dark ether? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. On the flip side, what do you think about the Keepers? I'm really interested to see public opinion in our comments down below of how you feel about these Keeper creatures and what they've been doing as the wards of the universe. What moral questions are introduced that judge them as the protectors of our universe versus the Apothicons? Pretty clearly, the Apothicons are evil, but how good are the Keepers, especially if a guy like Monty could be in charge? I hope you did enjoy this quick, short, informative video uncovering the truths behind the ciphers inside Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to share with all your zombie fanatic friends and leave a rating. If you did enjoy everything in this video, subscribe. There's lots more to come, and I cannot wait to cover DLC 4 and all the future zombie games to come. I want to thank you all so much for your wonderful ongoing support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! As always, a special thank you to all of our Patreon supporters, especially Beefy, Hunter17, Logan, and Davo. Make sure on Rattlesnake27 go check out my map review, and if you want even more Rattlesnake27 videos, go check out my live stream I held later last week. Also, on Rad Plays, you can check out my Fallout 4 Let's Play. If you want to become a Patreon supporter, go check it out at patreon.com/radcompany. Subscribe for all your zombie information, and I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.